I'm Bob Bushman, one of the founders of Iterative Chaos. We are building a system that makes it easier to get great images from Midjourney. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Iterative Chaos interface to show you how easy it can be. Midjourney is amazing. If you know what you want and how to ask for it, the results are extraordinary. When you ask for a steam locomotive, you get some great images of a steam locomotive, but not a lot of variety. And that makes sense. Many people want Midjourney to do what they say and not get too creative. Iterative Chaos is a bit different. The following images were all produced using one of our commands with the same prompt we passed to Midjourney, steam locomotive. We do intend to explore the creative space and help you discover what you want when you're not exactly sure. Our whole goal is simple. We want to get you from your idea to a variety of images in as few steps as possible. Here's how it works. So I'm going to show you how we do our prompts. The first thing we're going to try is the photo command. We're going to use photo steam locomotive and see what it comes up with. When you enter the command, it'll tell you that it's going to start generating. And it takes about 30 seconds. So we're going to jump forward in time until we get the rack of buttons that shows us the prompt names that it's come up with. So here's the titles for the images that it's come up with. We're going to use the next command to bring up the first prompt. And there's our first prompt. And we're going to triple click on that. And then we're going to drag it down into the window. Now we need a Midjourney account to be able to run this. But we have the Midjourney bot listening on our server, so you can use it in our server. We'll run the next command one more time, and that'll get us our next prompt. So here's the next prompt. Once again, we'll triple click on that, drag it down into the message window, and hit enter, and that will start it running with the Midjourney bot. Now we're going to jump forward in time until these images complete generating. So there's one of the two, kind of a close-up of the mechanical works of the steam engine. And there's the other one with kind of a vintage sepia tone to look at some steam locomotives. Let's take a look at the steam piston images showing the train's mechanical linkage to the drive wheels. I love the high gloss brass cylinder in the top right image. These are fun images to look at. Next, we can take a closer look at these old-timey looking photographs, kind of what you might expect to see in a picture book about the Wild West in the early 1900s. Next, we're going to try running the button command. So we're going to use button steam locomotive and see what we can come up with. Maybe we've got a switching yard mobile application that we want a button for. So first it comes up with this rack of buttons. And if we want to just pick one of the buttons based on the name, we can give that a try. Maybe we think the toy train is going to look good. So we'll click the button instead of using the next command, and we'll drag that prompt into the text window, and that'll start the command with Midjourney. The results didn't look good. That's not really what I want. So we're going to go look for another one. Let's scroll back up and take a look at the steampunk, futuristic, in motion, whimsical. How about vintage? Vintage is going to be a pretty classic look, I hope. Let's give this a try and see if that gives us a button that will be nice for our train switching yard application. Oh, well, that's looking pretty good. I think our mobile app will catch some people's attention with this. Let's take a closer look. I think that top left one is the one that's going to look good. Yeah, I really like that. I like that rusty look. That's kind of nice. I think that's the one I'm going to use. All right, let's try one more thing real quick. Let's try the think command. This one it explores kind of the broadest range of possible images for a particular idea. So we're going to run this, and then we'll jump ahead in time until it gives us our rack of buttons. And there's 10 different buttons we can choose from. The next command will give us the first one on the list, and we'll triple click that and drag it in and see what we come up with. Get that started running with Midjourney. Once I have that one running, I want to go back up and find one more with an interesting title to run. There we go. Steam locomotive in the Wild West sounds like just the thing. That should create a classic picture of a steam engine. So we'll triple click on that and drag that into the window. And now we're going to start that running with Midjourney. And then we're going to jump forward in time again. And so that image has started generating, and the other one is just about to complete. And there it is. That's the first image that we ran. And this is supposed to be of two trains racing. And that's a pretty challenging image to create, but I think Midjourney did a pretty good job with that top right image. Let's upscale that and see how it looks. And there we go. It really does look like two steam locomotives racing through a town. That's pretty impressive work. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's nice oil color realism style as well. So yeah, I like that. That's a nice looking image. Now let's jump back and see if the other image is ready, and it is. And we can take a look. And now we've got some interesting takes. Midjourney at the lower left there is doing something peculiar. But the lower right image I think looks pretty nice. That's, once again, it's kind of a realism style. It's a little softer, a little more pastel than typical realism. But we'll upscale that. I think that's going to look nice. The V5 upscales come out pretty darn quick, so that's nice. And there we go. There's our V5 upscale of a locomotive going through a mountain pass. And that's pretty nice looking. At Iterative Chaos, we are working hard to bring you the easiest path to creating great images with Midjourney. Check us out on www.iterativechaos.com or come join us on our Discord server using the link in the description below.